We welcome you this morning to Heart of Longmont. My name is Claire McNulty-Drews, and I am so glad that you've chosen to be with us on this Sunday morning. I would like to begin by thanking those who gave us or who are participating in our flowers, our altar flowers this morning. They're given by Don and Brenda in memory of their parents, and Paul Johnston in honor of the crop walk.
Don't get upset over evildoers. Don't be jealous of those who do wrong, because they will fade fast like the grass. They will wither like green vegetables. Trust the Lord and do good. Live in the land and farm faithfulness. Enjoy the Lord. He will give you what your heart asks. Commit your way to the Lord. Trust Him. He will act and will make your righteousness shine like the dawn, your justice like high noon.
And I want us to look at this movement known as the Wesleyan movement, because see, there was this revival movement in England, and at the center of that movement was this character known as John Wesley. Now, these words are going to sound familiar to you because we have them here and we have them there and we talk about them regularly, but the foundation of Wesley's teaching and faith that faith must be lived out. John Wesley would say, the world is our parish. And that was an important beginning of the foundation of Methodism. Now, this is how you know we're very different than we were in this particular time in the 18th century. If you missed a class meeting, you were expelled. Can you imagine? But this is what I love about what would happen at the classes. The first thing that would happen is each person would give 1 penny. They would collect their penny, and then that money would go to the poor and the vulnerable and the widows and the children in their community every single week. So much of our talk today is about the decline of the church. And I really believe this to the core of who I am, that we have an opportunity, a unique opportunity as United Methodists to flourish and thrive again in the 21st century. We have a unique formula by which we do put God's love in our world. And these rules you heard as Tricia talked to the children about, these 3 rules: do no harm, do good, and stay in love with God. And it's a reminder to us today, don't be stingy with grace. Don't be stingy with grace. Offer it in abundance in the world. I believe it is our kryptonite as United Methodists to all the harm that's happening and happens on a daily basis. Well, John Wesley realized avoiding doing harm wasn't good enough. And so he went on and said, not only do no harm, but do good in the world. We know this. This is part of our DNA. And this is part of the DNA here at Heart of Longmont. Look at all the ways that we serve our community. Just last week, I wasn't here, and I heard the good news that you all collected and made over 90 kits for Days for Girls that will be delivered to Sierra Leone, and Marty had 30-some more kits at home to fill too. In just an hour, not even quite an hour. Jesus asked Peter, "Do you love me?" In these moments, we are also invited to answer the question that Jesus asked. Do you love me, he says? Then feed my sheep. care for my people, do no harm, do good, and stay in love with God. Amen. And as you go forward today, remember these 3 simple rules. Do no harm, do good, and stay in love with God. Go today wherever it is you go, knowing that our God, who is our Creator, our Redeemer, and our Sustainer, goes with you. Go in peace and love. Amen.